blue coat off alone.
What's that? I don't use one myself, mind. I was just explaining to Colonel Hamilton here why they're coming into fashion. Friends of mine had them made in Philadelphia.
These are trout that you're speaking of?
No, sir. Although I do enjoy fishing for the trout from time to time, it is the salmon, that prince of fishes. It is a true art of the sport. Indeed, do you fish yourself in Virginia?
All too seldom, Captain. We don't have salmon. And the only trout I've seen are in the mountains. Have you seen our mountains, Captain?
Only from a distance, sir. You always seem to be keeping us from them. My father owned ships that trade between Edinburgh and Smyrna in the Empire of the Grand Seigneur.
Goodness. Have you been to Turkey yourself?
I have too. A wonderful place. Like the Arabian Nights brought to life. I went twice as a lad. Did you like it much? All but the absolute nature of the place. The slavery had worked its way into the national fabric. May I ask what kind of fish they do have in Virginia?
This is a most unsavory subject for this table. Are you a particular enemy to slavery?
I didn't think so before.
You had a slave of your own, I think.
No, sir. A servant. Closer than servant.
A slave may be close, I think. Both the ancients and the Bible tell us as much.
Aye, they do. Not as close as a true friend, surely.
Surely, not only equality can bring true friendship, so that a slave can be as much your friend as a servant.
How do you know that the friendship of a slave is not compelled or feigned? A servant can leave. Even a staff officer.
Can you speak in comfort, sir, of our having slaves when you attempt to impose tyranny over us through violence?
Can you speak in comfort about liberty, sir, when you keep slaves?
It is not a simple issue. I once thought it was a mere matter of property. But it does have to do with rights. And yet, if a man treats his slave fairly...
They are yet slaves.
What do you know of how a man treats his slaves?
I knew one of yours, sir.
Who?
Do you recall Julius Caesar, sir? He's now a sergeant in our army.
I remember Caesar. The first time I saw him, well, he reminded me of a soldier. He was the keeper of my hounds. He had an eye for ground that, well, that has doubtless made him a good one. Slavery is an issue that will haunt us for some time.